magician. Hey YouTube, DogMagician84 here, and welcome to another top 5 video. In this video I am going to be counting down the top 5 decks that I was going to make, but then I didn't. Yeah, there were 5 abandoned projects in total over the years that I've played, so I'm going to be counting them down. One or two of them I think I did talk about in a Q&A, because I'm pretty sure Matt and Alison Welch did ask me about that. But yeah, let's get into it. Alright, sorry for the shaky camera, but I don't actually have any of these cards. So number 5 is Volcanics. Yeah, that is surprising, I know. I was going to make Volcanics once upon a time, but this was like way back in the day. This was long before Blaze Accelerator Reload was made. Because originally, I actually did like Volcanics. I thought they were just awesome, and I did actually want to play them once upon a time, but the problem was Volcanic Rocket was a secret rare, and it was too expensive and too difficult to get, and so was Royal Firestorm Guards. I can't remember if Royal Firestorm Guards, originally a secret, came out in Force of the Breaker or Gladiator's Assault. It's hard to remember. Doomfire was actually hard to get as well. I mean, I think everything else was quite easy to get, but I just never got Rockets or Doomfires or Firestorm Guards. I mean, the Super Rare Rocket I think I would have been able to get quite easily, but otherwise any of the hollows, well, besides Tri-Blaze Accelerator, were just too expensive and too difficult for me to get, especially at the time. So I ended up abandoning the idea. Shame, really. Number 4, Fire Fists. Yeah, this was a deck I was also thinking about playing, but of course I wasn't sure whether to go for 3-axis or 4-axis, or however it was done, or both. I was thinking more both, but yeah, that never happened. I do like the Fire Fists though. Like, I love the concept of them. Like, they look really cool, they look really fun to play, and I was quite tempted to make them myself, but I guess I just couldn't be bothered in the end. I think Neo Nexodus did offer to sell me a core, but I don't think I did. Don't know why I didn't take him up on that offer. Maybe I needed money for other things at the time. So yeah, making Fire Fists never happened. Number 3, Ally of Justice. Yes, I was very tempted to make Ally of Justice in, like, the second half of 2010 and the start of 2011, like, for 2 reasons. They were showing up in the 5D's anime, and like, one of the guys that went to my old locals, Pharaoh's Elite, actually played the deck, and I went up against it once, and almost lost game 2. against them. I remember I was playing Prism Edition. I did win game 1, and yeah, I almost lost game 2, but I ended up making a comeback. And I wanted to make them myself. And then, of course, there was that ingenious idea of main decking DNA transplant, which changes the attributes of monsters, and they use it to change monsters into light monsters, which is pretty cool and interesting, considering that Ally of Justice are quite situational and are basically made to oppose light monsters. But obviously not everyone plays light monsters, so they're of course forced to run DNA transplants and change everything into a light. And this can be helpful for Catasta as well, since it auto-kills a non-dark monster, but unfortunately it's not great against dark decks, so yeah, it's just as well. But then unfortunately I just gave up on the idea, like early on in 2011 for some reason. I think I was just struggling to get certain cards, and then I just couldn't be bothered to finish it. Shame, really. Number 2, Flemvels. Funny how at least 3 of these decks are all fire decks. This was another deck that I also wanted to make in 2010 and 11, but again abandoned the idea in 2011. But I do like Flemvels. Again, I love the concept. I love what they do and how certain things can go off when something else happens, like Flemvel Fire Dog, just special summoning a Flemvel when it destroys a monster by battle, and then you use it to bring out Magician and then sink an 8 in main phase 2. And it was just amazing. But of course the closest thing I came to playing Flemvels was using this one, Flemvel Uru Quizzes, in my Prism Magician deck, purely because I had a bunch of level 4 monsters, you know, Stratos and Prisma, and ran a Plague Spreader zombie, which I put into a stack a Dark Magician in my hand on top of the deck to res Plague, then use Prisma to mill it. Because obviously in Prism Magician you never ever want Dark Magician in your hand, and then I'd sink a 6. One of them was Uru Quizzes. Yeah, there was also Goyo Guardian and Brianak, which were better, but I liked having other options. Yeah, I wanted to try and make Flemvels pure. I guess I couldn't get all the bits, and then wasn't really sure how to go about making the actual deck, and then I found myself just abandoning the idea, unfortunately. And finally, in at number 1 is basically a creation I came up with and once used in a dueling network game with my friend Darkness L 1989, but never made it in real life, and that is Machina Heroes. I came up with the idea and thought it would be something really cool. And yeah, I know some people call these machinas, but I am not calling it that. It doesn't sound right. Like, to me, it's machina, and it sounds better. Deal with it. Anyway, I came up with the idea because I was thinking that using Machina Fortress as a fusion material would be another cool way to get it in the graveyard and bring it back. So the idea would be I would go Future Fusion, reveal Elemental Hero Gaia, and send Fortress and just any Elemental Hero from my deck to the graveyard. And then there'd be lots of search power in, well, of course, Stratos, E-Core, Machina, Gear Frame. Nearly forgot the name for a moment there. Yeah, I just thought it would be a really cool idea having generic elemental heroes and yeah, Machina Fortress that fight side by side. I don't think I did too badly in that match. I think I still lost it, but it was really fun, and I loved trying this out. And I did consider making the deck in real life, but I guess I just never got round to it. Don't know why I didn't. But yeah, it is what it is, and that's basically it. I mean, maybe I'll make these decks in a future deck building challenge. Not volcanics though. I wouldn't touch them with a stick, like not with Blaze Accelerator Reload existing, along with the fact that the new boss monster, Emperor, exists. But, yeah, other than that, maybe I'll give them a go. Let me know in the comments if you want to see that happen. Anyway, thanks for watching, stay safe, and see you guys later. Oh, and let me know if there were any decks you were thinking of making, but never got round to it. Catch you guys later. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the Dark Magician YouTube channel.